Peter.
Hiya, you're right.
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Really good, thank you. I'm very excited about this particular video.
Me too, because it's fragrances, which is your best topic ever to talk about.
Yeah, I adore fragrance, but it's very rare for me to discover a brand as exciting, contemporary. It's one of the best brands that you introduced me to it actually, and I'm in love.
Oh no, so what we're talking about actually, guys, is a new brand that we both found called Parle Moi de Parfum, and it is exquisite. I mean, for me personally, fragrance during lockdown has been a bit of a savior for me because it lifts the mood. I'll spray it on my clothes as well as my pillow when I'm going to sleep, because that poor little fragrance is stuck on my little dresser, and I just feel that it needs a little bit of love, don't you think, Peter?
Well, I just think that I think that a lot of people now are working from home and people are getting up and they're just putting a bit of loungewear on, not really getting dressed in the same way that we used to. And actually, if you think about the joy of putting on a perfume, it's always the last thing that you do when you leave the house before you go to work or go on a night out or go to meet friends. And it's putting the icing on the cake. It's the ribbon on the present.
Yeah.
And to not do it. Yeah, and to not do it because you're not going out means that you're losing all of that joy, and you're having the joy of being enveloped by this beautiful fragrance for hours and hours and hours. And you know, even a really expensive fragrance, a spritz, is only going to cost you 10p to make you feel happy all day.
Yeah, exactly. But this actual one has filled me with such joy. I'm just going to show you the packaging first. Literally, you go in and you get our favourite little pouches. We love a pouch.
Yeah.
And then the bottle itself, I mean, it's beautiful. So lovely.
It's very not French, actually. For a French company, it's got a real sort of New York, San Francisco vibe to it. It's really funky and very, very modern.
Let's just spray a bit on because we can. So basically this fragrance is, I love the notes of this fragrance as well. It's a Haute Provence, which it's all about lavender. Lavender is a key ingredient, but it's not like an old-fashioned lavender, Peter, because they've mixed it with melons and watermelons to bring that freshness to the fragrance, and it just transports you to Provence, I guess. Not that I've ever been to Provence, but that's what I'm thinking. This perfume evokes is the whole experience of a Provence experience.
The smell that you would smell when you were actually there, it's how you would smell something in your mind.
Yeah.
Because it's better than reality. They've done something quite magical with this range.
Yeah, it really is magical.
It's like it's like the great tradition of classic French perfumery, but with this really modern, beautiful, I don't want to use the word clean or fresh because I don't like those words, but I like a sheer transparency, like a brilliance to it. It's just perfect. I almost can't put it into words.
Yeah, no, I know. Good. Exactly what you mean. And that's how I felt with it, because when I was trying to describe it to you, I was just like, it's just, you can't actually find the words to explain how is. Actually, by the way, it's available in John Lewis and Selfridges. And
do you know what as well, Sarah? Because when I tried it, I didn't know the price.
Yeah.
And even though it is what we normally call a considered purchase, it's not ridiculously expensive.
No.
It's not, it's not going to set you back an arm and a leg. It's more like a couple of fingers.
Yeah.
And for the joy that it brings, I think they could have charged twice.
Yeah, absolutely. Because also,
But,
yeah, what I really love, like just going back to the ingredients and stuff, is obviously you've got the lavender and it's mixed with watermelons and melons to give it that, you know, that clean freshness that you said. But it's got that hint of narcissus, and it's just gives it a sexy, sultry feel. So once you put it onto the skin, you get that burst of watermelons and that really freshness. But then when it settles, I really love that sexy, sultry aromas that you get through. Do you get that on your skin?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I mean, I get very green notes, very almost like a water garden, but with real body. I think what I'd like to bring in right now, actually, Sarah, if I may, is their amazing discovery kit. So if anyone, because we're about halfway through the video, but if anybody's thinking, well, look, I don't want to spend £95, for example, on something that I may not love. Well, A, you will, and B, you will.
Yeah.
But C, they've come up with what I think is the single best gift idea of 2020.
Exactly.
Which you could give to anybody. Because this box, which is perfect, contains 6 miniature bottles of their 6 signature fragrances. They're both 2 mils. They're both a really good, I mean, they're a nice quantity. You can wear each one for at least a week.
Yeah.
And then you can discover them.
Exactly. I mean, I would buy this for all of my friends, to be honest, because then also they can experiment with the one that they like. Because, you know, even though this one is my favourite, the Haute Provence one, for someone else, it might not be. They might want something a little bit different. But they've got, like you said, all the 6 signature fragrances in there. People can try it and then choose to buy whichever one they prefer. I think it's such a lovely gift idea.
Even, look at that, they're even individually boxed.
I know.
Mean, do you know what I did as well, Sarah?
What?
I was wearing Haute Provence one day.
Yeah.
And what I did was I added the Chypre Mojo
to
it after about 3 hours. It smelled amazing. And then about 2 hours later, I added the Gardens of India. And you can have so much fun building them, making your own fragrance.
Yeah.
I mean, the very fact that they come boxed within a box and put it straight into a jiffy bag, you can send it to your friends without even going to queue in the post office for an hour. I just think, if you're halfway through this and you're thinking, well, it's all well and good, I don't want to buy something without trying it. You can't go to department stores at this very moment.
Yeah.
When we can go back, you may not be able to use testers. They have been put away.
Yeah.
So given that this came out before the pandemic anyway, this is probably the single best gift to give to anybody that loves perfume, that wants to try and wants to upgrade to a bigger one at their leisure.
Absolutely.
Love it.
I think we can't rave about it anymore. For me, it's like a luxurious hug in a bottle. You know, it brings joy. It's a beautiful gift idea, again, with the discovery kit. So yeah, well, I'm going to say a 10 out of 10, Peter.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's without doubt a 10 out of 10. And by the way, I know that Haute Provence is, Haute Provence, no H. Haute Provence is your favourite. I've been wearing all 6, and I'm like, every minute my favourite changes. But you could almost go into John Lewis or Selfridges or any retailer that stocks this with a blindfold on and just grab a bottle, and it would be amazing. It is normally when you've got a range, there's always one that you don't like.
Yeah.
There's always one that you think,
yeah,
not here. They are literally, they're all little, gorgeous, shimmering, amazing masterpieces.
Yeah.
Couldn't recommend it enough. Seriously, the gift to buy this 2020 in terms of perfume is Parle Moi de Parfum.